Nerdy Scores, a film podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to Nerdy Scores, a film podcast. My name is Bryan Sudfield. I am your host. This is episode 69, and I'm joined by my co-host, Matt Lobner.
Hey, you guys can't see this probably, but I'm holding my plush.
Again? What
The
is
new-
with you in that fucking plush?
I got it part of the collector edition, man.
Don't be
You gotta-
such a dork.
You gotta shekel this shit out, you know?
You are such a dork. God damn it.
He's the new fucking mascot of the show.
Any Hooters, welcome to Nerdy Scores. This is episode 69. Today is April 30th, 2017. Why are we doing audio? Well, we're back to audio, ladies and gentlemen. Shut up! Thank you. No, we're back to doing audio, and I learned some things playing around Spreaker, so yeah, I wanted to go back to doing audio, and plus, let's be honest, you guys get jealous when you look at our beautiful faces every week, so maybe it's best that we continue doing the audio. So yeah, on this week's episode, we are going to be reviewing The Circle and Free Fire. I'll be reviewing The Circle, and me and Matt will both be reviewing Free Fire. So yeah, let's get into it, because we have a lot of stuff to talk about. I mean, there's so many news stories, it's insane. Like, guys, this week had so many news stories, I was just like, studios, calm the fuck down. Relax. Thanks. Alright, so the first piece of news, we got Disney announced a few release dates, but I wrote 4 in particular to keep in mind. So, The Lion King, Jon Favreau's live-action remake of the animated classic, will be coming out on July 19th, 2019. Star Wars Episode 9, it's not coming out in December. It's coming out in May. May 24th, May 24th, 2019. Frozen 2, that will be coming out on November 27th, 2019. That's Thanksgiving weekend, so you know, perfect for the families. I believe the first one came out Thanksgiving weekend a few years back, so yeah, that's smart. And Indiana Jones 5, the untitled 5th Indiana Jones film with Harrison Ford coming back and Steven Spielberg directing, that will be coming out on July 10th, 2020. Now, these release dates are interesting to me. Let's talk about The Lion King and Frozen 2 first, because they're probably the least important. The Lion King coming out in the summer is actually pretty interesting, and I didn't expect it to come out this soon. That's 2 years away, so they're probably going to begin filming this soon. Also, they've been starting to cast a lot of people, so it makes sense in all honesty. So, I think it's perfect in the heart of the summer. That's great. Frozen 2 coming out around Thanksgiving, perfect. If you're a big fan of Frozen, this news for you. Look, I like Frozen a lot. Matt secretly cries during it, and that's okay, because Matt claims he doesn't have a heart, and all of a sudden he cries when everyone's like, let it go, let it go, la da 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 da. So, you know, yeah. No, in all seriousness, despite all the hype that Frozen has gotten, it's a good movie. It's not my favorite Disney animation of this decade, but it's still really good. Indiana Jones 5? It's interesting because that's like more of a main movie, but you know, Indiana Jones is still popular, and it's crazy. By the time this one comes out, the series will be 39 years old. That's fucking insane. I mean, if it came out 1 year later, that actually would have been better, because the 40th anniversary. But, yeah, and Star Wars, I'm happy it's coming out in May, because, look, I think it's great that it comes out around Christmas, but let's be honest, we all don't want to wait that long for a Star Wars movie, and people are going like, oh, this is the first Star Wars movie that's coming out in May again. That's false, because the Han Solo movie's coming out next May. It's still scheduled for it, and it's great because when Last Jedi comes out, we'll only have to wait a year and a half for Episode 9. We won't have to wait 2 years, so that's good. So yeah, all these release dates, pretty good. Matt, give your thoughts on these dates.
So Lion King, I think we're all hyped for Lion King.
We're
I think
hopeful.
we're all, yeah. Well, just because of how good Jungle Book came out, even though yes, it was unnecessary.
It
highly
was, but it
unnecessary.
wasn't.
Yeah, it's weird because I've seen some people say, "Oh, it's a good movie," but yeah, it's highly unnecessary. You mean? So there's that. Frozen 2. You know what? Frozen. The reason why Frozen is now a Disney classic is because because of how hyped it was.
Also, it was the first Disney musical that felt old school.
Yes, like Hercules and
Lion King and Aladdin.
I don't know, like when people say, "Oh, what's your favorite Disney?" I'm always like, I love Lion King and Aladdin, but damn, Hercules is always up there.
I am on my way.
Just something about Hercules, man. I don't know what
I didn't
it is.
finish. I could go the distance.
Moana's good too.
That's good.
Yeah, but if you had to ask me compared to Frozen, I say I think Moana's a better movie.
I still think that out of all the Disney animations that have come out this decade, I think Wreck-It Ralph is the best.
Even over Zootopia? Wow.
Oh, dude.
Damn.
They're tied.
I like Wreck-It Ralph too, but damn, though, Zootopia is that's not just the animated movie. That's a movie. Oh man. The only reason I cried, I'm like, oh no, Kristen Bell's dead. No.
Her name is Anna.
But it's Kristen Bell. Yeah, they cast fucking they cast fucking Don Cheadle in the sequel.
Oh Jesus!
It becomes a House of Lies episode.
Oh no! Cast Ted Danson because then it'll be like The Good Place.
That reminds me, I think it was a week or two ago. I actually watched a little bit of Miles Ahead.
Any good?
It was not bad. It was interesting.
No, I love it in the trailer when Ewan McGregor comes to the house and he's like, "Don't send people to my house. My material, my session tapes."
Well, it's weird because it's following that story, and then he's following how he his relationship with his former wife, and it's going in between the two. So yeah. I don't know. It was fun. It was weird because I'm like, wow, Miles Davis is a crazy motherfucker, but
Indiana Jones 5.
Yo, what if Shia LaBeouf shows up at the end?
Wouldn't be surprised.
He's wearing the Indy hat. He's like, Dad, I did something.
Give me my hat.
That was still that. I'm sorry. I know you. Well, I don't shit on it, but you like to shit on Crystal Skull. But
no, man, I don't. No, okay. It's not a bad movie. It's just not on the same level as the first three.
No, but still, you have to admit that part at the end was great.
Well, yeah, of course.
When he just takes his hat from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But that's pretty cool, though. There's another indie movie. I don't know how they're going to handle the whole son situation now, but if they even mention it. No, he died in the Amazon. It's okay. He got eaten by crocodiles when he was looking for that lost city that Charlie Hunnam was looking for.
I am so fucking pumped to see that movie, Matt. You have no idea how excited I am to see that movie.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll probably watch it when it... I mean, if I can go see it when it comes, I'll see it.
Is it anywhere near you?
I don't know. I have to check. Probably
check.
Is. But, yeah, even after, it'll be on Amazon On Demand because, it's Amazon, so...
And Star Wars?
Why can't they release it on May 4th? I'm angry. JK. No, it's still cool, though. They're releasing it in May, though. That's awesome. Originally, didn't they say it was supposed to be, when they said summer, I thought it'd be something like June. But they're releasing in May, so I'm like,
no,
shit.
Star Wars was always a May movie, except for The Empire Strikes Back in 1980. That came out in June.
I wonder now, maybe this is going to be more of a blockbuster, this one? Well, I'm not saying that Star Wars Force Awakens and Last Jedi aren't going to be, but you know what I mean? They were very serious movies, though.
There were still blockbusters, though.
They're serious. But the point is, I think you think Colin Trevorrow is going to, go nuts with the effects, man. I think he probably will.
Yeah.
And, it's, I'm happy, though, that it's earlier than December, because I'm starting to hate waiting for December.
Mm-hmm.
Originally, wasn't Last Jedi supposed to come out in May, but then they pushed it back? Yeah.
But they pushed it back because they wanted more time with it, which is understandable.
But then again, I don't know if we're going to talk about the news about where Ryan Johnson's not writing it now. The episode 9.
Well, whoever they have as the writer for episode 9, they better be good.
You better not fuck this up.
Yeah, please don't. So yeah, that is it with that news. Now let's talk about some casting news. There are 4 big casting news. We'll start off with the little one and then get to the big one. Taissa Farmiga, Vera's young sister. She has joined the cast of the Conjuring spinoff, The Nun. That's really interesting because...
Oh, they're making a Nun movie?
Yeah. I don't know if you heard about that.
No, I did not. That's
so, hopefully it's not like Annabelle, even though the new one doesn't look that bad. I will say this is actually good casting because Taissa has proved herself as a scream queen of sorts because she was on the first season of American Horror Story, and she was good on it. I've seen
and the third, too.
And the third, yes. She's good on the Horror Story, and it's weird, and it's also because Vera, she's Lorraine Warren in the Conjuring film, so it's like a weird connection of sorts. But yeah, this is good casting. I like this a lot. Ewan McGregor, he is in talks to play Christopher Robin in the live-action Winnie the Pooh movie. This is weird. I don't know what to make of this because I love Ewan McGregor. I love the guy. Him playing adult Christopher Robin would be interesting. I would be curious about how they're going to do it. So it would be interesting because the way the movie is described is that like he has to go back to the 100-Acre Wood and do stuff like this.
Oh,
like, he
so
has
it's
to...
kind of like Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah, but I think it's going to be, happier than that. But someone said this on a podcast, and if this happens, I will cry myself to sleep. Someone was like, oh, they find out that Winnie the Pooh died, and he has to go back and he regains memories of his childhood. That would be heartbreaking.
That would be awesome.
It would be awesome, but fuck, that would be depressing. Apparently the guy that's directing it, and they announced this a while back, is Mark Forster, the guy who directed Finding Neverland. So, that has magic in it, so that's good enough. And can you imagine, Matt, and some guy said this perfectly, if they do have flashbacks, young Christopher Robin could be played by Tom Holland, because Tom and Ewan look a lot alike. So, that could be cool. Now let's go on to the next casting news. Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner are the people that are cast as Pumbaa and Timon in the Lion King movie. Great casting. I love Seth Rogen. I don't care what people say. Come find me, sue me. Seth Rogen is awesome, and I actually think he works for Pumbaa. Billy Eichner, though, for people who don't know who he is, he's, the guy that does the Billy on the Street skits, and he's awesome. He's great. Them two going back and forth, I'm really excited for it. I think this is really good casting. So far, the casting for The Lion King has been great. Don Glover as Simba, James Earl Jones come back as Mufasa, Beyonce potentially and most likely playing Nala, and now Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner as Timon and Pumbaa. They gotta cast Scar. Whoever they cast as Scar, that's a big step. Oh, and
Jeremy
Rafiki,
Irons.
It better be Jeremy Irons. And then Rafiki and Zazu, they have big steps. And the last big cast is that that's a big pile of dino shit. Jeff fucking Goldblum, my hero, is coming back to the Jurassic Park franchise in Jurassic World 2. Now, I enjoyed Jurassic World for what it was. I had a lot of fun with it. I enjoyed going back to the whole world of this series. But fuck, what are they going to do with Ian Malcolm here? What are they going to do with him? I hope it's not a cameo. I hope it's a big role because I would love to see more of him because the last time we saw him was in the second Jurassic Park, The Lost World, and he was the lead.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that he has a big role in this. All these castings are really good, but my favorite is, of course, the yes, Jeff Goldblum coming back. So, Matt, give your thoughts on this casting. Oh, wait, before I let you speak. I hope
so
what they
funny.
do with Jeff Goldblum here isn't what they made him do with Independence Day, because you
Oh.
could tell that he was not really fond of being in it, because all he was like, that is definitely bigger than the last one. So yeah, that's it. Matt, give your thoughts on
Got
these
more
casting.
budget. The Ewan McGregor one sounds fucking great. As shit. Like, I can already see this in my head. It's just gonna be him and Winnie run up a hill, and he'd be like, "I got the high ground, Winnie. I got the high ground."
You underestimate my power.
He just tries to run up the hill. Falls.
Where's my honey?
That'd be pretty funny. No, that sounds great. Like, them, Tom Holland. I mean, if what you're saying is true, that sounds like a great idea. Like, to do
That
it.
could be a really great idea.
Yeah. It's just hope that they show enough of Winnie in the flashbacks.
Mm.
That's the only issue I could see. But other than that, though, it sounds great, that idea.
Yeah.
God, we've just been going for so long, I don't even remember all of them, honestly.
Thaisa Farmiga, the
yeah.
nun.
So Thaisa, I like her. Well, I mean, I like her a lot because she was really good on American Horror Story Coven.
Yeah.
And she was great. And then she was also great with her whole relationship. Well, in both of them, she had a relationship with Evan Peters. But, yeah, she was great also in American Horror Story, like the first season, or whatever they call it now.
Murder House.
Murder House, they call it now, yeah. I mean, that was a great season anyway.
Yeah.
But I still think Coven's the best one. But Coven, man, she was... Like, definitely, she was better in that one. Even though she was really good in, the first season. So, that's a cool thing. I like to see that she is, in it, because she actually isn't in a lot of things. So, that's really cool. And plus, they're making a movie about the nun. Or whatever the name of the demon was, I don't remember. Hold on, I gotta get my Bible. I wrote it in it. But that's cool. What else?
Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner.
That's right. So, Seth Rogen's great. Just because, he's great at playing a bumbling idiot.
Mm-hmm.
So that works. And Billy Eichner, I could see now because I don't know who it was at first until you said that. Now I'm like, okay, it's good because he can fast talk, and Timon's all about fast talking. So I could just see Timon being like, "You want to buy this, son? You want to buy this Hakuna Matata we got here?" Yeah, I could see that. That's pretty cool. I like that casting. Even though I said James Franco would be pretty funny if they did that, even though it wouldn't make sense. It would make sense. And then what else is there?
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum, yeah. Hopefully he doesn't show up in, like, his attire for Thor Ragnarok. Oh, I'm in the wrong movie. I could probably see what they're going to do, because you know what they're probably going to do? It's probably going to be like Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, right? Something's going to happen again. And then Jeff Goldblum is going to be like the expert, you know what I mean?
I hope his role isn't wasted or dumb or anything. I hope he's there for a good reason.
I hope they bring back what's his face.
Sam Neill?
No, from a New Girl.
Jake Johnson?
Yeah, Jake Johnson.
He said he's not going to be in it.
Oh, he was like one of the funniest people. Like in the
he was good.
He was good.
Well, at least he's going to be in The Mummy.
Yeah, and Joe. Well, I like Jake Johnson.
So do
even though I know Let's Be Cops, we have different opinions about that movie, but
that's what you're gonna get, or that's what you get.
That's what you get. That's what you get. I love that.
Geez.
I still like that movie. I don't know.
So stupid.
It's stupid, but I like it.
All right, is that it with the casting, Matt?
Yep.
All right. So now let's go on to the director stuff. David Mackenzie, good old David Mackenzie. He's the guy that just directed last year's absolutely phenomenal Hell or High Water. And now he's planning on reuniting with Chris Pine and potentially Ben Foster for a movie called The Outlaw King, which is going to be a Netflix original movie. I wrote the synopsis here, so I'm going to read it off. This will be an epic period drama that will tell a different take on the Braveheart story in which Robert the Bruce led his country to freedom from the oppressive rule of England and Scotland. This sounds great. It sounds really awesome. Now, I loved Hell or High Water. I thought it was incredible. One of the best movies of last year. I think this will be very cool. I like how they're doing a different take on the Braveheart story of sorts, because I believe this guy appeared at Braveheart. I haven't seen Braveheart in quite a minute, and yeah, this will be very cool. And Chris Pine, say what you want about the guy, he's actually a good actor. Hell or High Water really showed his true acting chops. I mean, he's great as Captain Kirk, but let's be honest, he's usually playing kind of the same guy in most movies. Hell or High Water, he was very toned down and restrained, so he was great in that. And Ben Foster's fantastic, so yeah, I'm actually really interested in this. I hope this comes to terms and they all reunite together, and maybe, just hopefully, Jeff Bridges has a cameo at some point. So yeah, Matt, give your thoughts on the story.
So this must be the lineage of the family. We came from Scotland, now we rob banks. I like that again. So I'm guessing there's like a pseudo sequel, kind of.
I guess
Braveheart, you could say, because it's probably after his execution. Yeah,
it could be.
I mean, I haven't seen Braveheart, but I know the story of William Wallace. So yeah. So I guess then it would be a follow up to Braveheart. So hey, look, Mel Gibson, you got a pseudo sequel. The movie. You're famous. You're making it big in Hollywood. Making it big. So that's cool. I mean, I don't know what else to say because I haven't really watched Braveheart. I know it's a great movie. I hear.
Yeah.
It's won the Oscar that year.
Yep.
And it's again not even one of his. It probably is his best.
Yeah, it is his best.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean that's really cool that they're doing it. Plus, it's Netflix.
Yeah.
Netflix is pretty good with their movies.
Oh yeah.
Aside from Adam Sandler. So. Well, I mean, then again, I didn't hear Stanley Wexler was that bad. Probably the best one of the three that came out.
That's not saying much, man.
No, but it's better than at least I could probably watch Sandy Wexler. Compared to Ridiculous Six and whatever the fucking other one was.
The Do-Over.
The Do-Over, yeah. Damn. Remember the Ridiculous Six? You turned off.
The Ridiculous Six made me fall asleep so quickly, which is so weird because comedies never make me fall asleep.
I love how you I think we're 1 minute in, you just turned it off or something.
I was 8 minutes into it and I turned it off.
8 minutes, and you're just fuck this.
I was fuck this.
Puts in the fucking Blu-ray for the Hateful Eight. I'm watching that movie.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so the next piece of news is that there's this adaptation that's circling everybody called Killers of the Flower Moon, the Osage Murders, and the Birth of the FBI. I remember we talked about this last year because there were many directors attached to this, like J.J. Abrams, George Clooney, and a few other people. So the team that's behind this right now is none other than Martin Scorsese, and he is eyeing to make this project with Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio finally working together. Now listen, I don't care what this movie's about. It has a cool premise. For people who don't know, it follows the murders of several members of the Osage Indian Nation after they discovered rich deposits of oil beneath their land. So it sounds like a weird version of There'll Be Blood, but more, or actually no, less insane. But, still insane. Scorsese, he's Martin Scorsese. You can't go wrong with Martin Scorsese. And having De Niro and DiCaprio working together, because actually they've worked together in the past with This Boy's Life, which was a movie where DiCaprio made it when he was 15, 16. Great movie. 10 out of 10. 5 out of 5, A+, whatever. I like this a lot.
Is he reprising J. Edgar?
Imagine.
I mean, that would make sense because it's supposed to be the birth of the FBI.
You made that joke last year.
Yeah, but still, think about it. It's the birth of the FBI.
Sure.
So that would be interesting if he came back as J. Edgar.
Yeah, true.
But so this is going to be Scorsese's first Western, kind of. I say kind of, yeah. Just because, oil, Native Americans.
Yeah.
And then, people getting killed over it. Yeah.
And it's set... J.J. Abrams was at one point considered to direct this, I would have wanted him to do it. Like, him and
I think
DiCaprio working together would have been awesome.
But I think Scorsese, though, would make this really good, though.
I'm not saying that J.J. couldn't do it.
No. I'm just saying, though, Scorsese doing this, it's like...
Scorsese is Scorsese. You already know what you're going to get when you get a Scorsese movie.
I mean, except for Silence. You don't know what you're going to get when you watch Silence.
You do and you don't.
Yeah, you do. Like, oh, it's just a movie about, like, priests. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, God.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I like how this sounds already because of DiCaprio. And De Niro, please, finally, De Niro, you gotta make a good movie, man.
Hey, The Irishman's coming out next year.
That's what I mean. Like, you're finally gonna have a good year. Like,
yeah, he needs it. He does.
He needs it because the last good year was like
2012 when he was nominated for an Oscar for Silver Linings.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. I still can't believe this is a thing, but this is actually super close to happening. So, Paramount, I think their president changed a few months ago, so now they're finally going to go with this. David Fincher is officially close to directing World War Z 2. I mean, can you imagine what this is going to be like? It's going to be like an crazy, realistic zombie movie of sorts. Now, I didn't mind the first one. I thought the first one was okay. I know it went through a lot of extensive reshoots because they changed the entire third act, which was insane. I thought the movie was fun. I had a good time with it. It was better than I expected it to be. And David Fincher directing this is going to be so weird because he's one of my favorite filmmakers. And, this will be the fourth time he works with Brad Pitt after Seven, Fight Club, Benjamin Button, and now this. I mean, this is going to be interesting. David Fincher has yet to make a bad movie, in my opinion, and I hear from people the director's cut, like his own cut of Alien 3, is actually not bad.
Yeah, the assembly cut.
Yeah, so I'm actually considering checking it out before Alien Covenant comes out. But this is going to be interesting if David Fincher tackles this, and it looks like he's close to doing it. I just can't imagine what they're going to do with it. So yeah, him doing this, it's going to be wonderful. I love everything from Fincher, from Seven, Fight Club, Social Network, Benjamin Button, Zodiac, Panic Room, Gone Girl, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. The guy's awesome. The game is good too. So yeah, David Fincher. Yeah.
Yeah, like the game. It's like the game and fucking Benjamin Button are like the only movies I haven't seen. I think from him ever. Well, except for Alien 3 because it's Alien 3.
Yeah.
But but I know that was I know you don't like Stuckman, but he did like an interesting like half an hour video on that movie.
Yeah.
Like with his buddy, and they were talking about it and everything. It was interesting, actually. I suggest you watch that review. Because there's a lot of information like of how like the pre-production went and stuff, and God. But this I like. I mean, I already know I'm going to say this because we just mentioned Alien 3, but Paramount, if you hire David Fincher, remember this. Stay out of his business. I think you've seen how Alien 3 turned out. Don't mess with his, stuff. All right, if you're going to change the third act, then tell him and don't do it. Don't make him do it. Tell him, oh, hey, you might want to change it. You know what I mean? Don't be like, you're changing it, boy. Because it'll not end well. And this is like the first big studio movie he's doing in like a long time, right? Since Alien 3?
Well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's made movies for big studios before, but it's not like, a big budget blockbuster, and especially
like
a sequel.
Franchise.
A sequel, especially.
A franchise. Yeah, the last to be a sequel was Alien 3.
Yeah.
So, maybe he finally got over that?
Well, yeah, he disowns Alien 3.
Yeah. Well, not his copy, not his version, but the Fox version of it.
Yeah.
That's cool though, because I want to see what David Fincher can do with a zombie movie. I hope it's something like it has like a Last of Us vibe.
Yeah.
That'd be cool as shit. Even though we're kind of getting that with that movie with Joel Edgerton, It Comes at Night.
Yeah.
They were kind of getting that vibe, but still, I hope they does something like that because those type of zombie movies are like fucking like scary.
Totally. Agreed.
So let's go with David Fincher. It's probably gonna be gory as shit, probably too.
Yeah,
So.
I would love for it to be rated R, but I don't know how it's gonna turn out. And the last piece of news is that good old Shyamalan Ding Dong went to his Twitter on Tuesday and said, "Hey guys, tomorrow I will be announcing my next movie." So I am gonna read all the tweets that he wrote. I'm just gonna load them up.
He wrote like 20-something fucking tweets.
It was great. The way he promoted this was awesome.
I was reading some of the tweets when you send them to me, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah. All right, so he wrote. Where is it? Okay, so he wrote. Okay, here we go. Finished the new script. My new film is the sequel to Unbreakable and Split. It was always my dream to have both films collide in this third film. The iconic Bruce Willis returns as David Dunn. The incomparable Samuel L. Jackson will return as Eli Price / Mr. Glass. The virtuoso James McAvoy returns as Kendall Wendell Crumb, Patricia Dennis, Hedwig, Barry, Jade, Orwell, the Bees, Hendrik, Norma, Paul. And then it cuts off. And the prodigy Anya Taylor-Joy will return as Casey Cook. I'm re-teaming with my partners Jason Blum and Universal Pictures for this crazy comic book thriller, and the film is called Glass. Universal Pictures will release Glass on January 18, 2019, all over the world. How's that for not keeping the secret? So yeah, Glass. We're sorry ahead if you guys haven't seen Split, but it was hard not to avoid this, and if you saw Split, you knew this was coming. We all knew that this was going to happen. I cannot wait for this. I mean, just imagine the night before I go see this movie, it's going to be a great marathon. Unbreakable, then Split, and then this. This is also Glass. That's a perfect title. That's a great title. And the fact that all of them are coming back is really good. Now, I don't know why Casey is coming back, because her story wrapped up at the end of the Split. I'm not going to spoil what happens to her at the end, but her story wrapped up. So I guess she's going to be teaming alongside Bruce Willis for help, I guess. But I cannot wait for this, and the fact that all of them are going to be in the movie together again, that's great. So I cannot wait to see how they're going to do this. And also, it's interesting because it's going to be on their Blumhouse, and this isn't going to be like a horror movie. It's going to be more like a comic book, sci-fi, superhero, horror, thriller. So it's going to have many different genres to it. I cannot wait for it. And look, last week, me and Matt talked about how much we really enjoyed Split. And if you want to know our full thoughts, you can watch our review from a few months back. And I just can't wait for this. This is great. Really excited for Shyamalan's next movie. I know it's not going to be bad, and I certainly hope it isn't. So, yep, those are my thoughts. Matt, give your thoughts on this.
You know, I thought about now, after all that, all the names and all this has to do with glass.
Yeah.
Unbreakable has to do with glass. Split, if you remember the poster, broken glass. I don't know why we didn't pick this up. You know what I mean? Earlier, this connection before we saw the movie. But now it makes sense why it's called Glass.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this is awesome. I can't wait to see what the hell's gonna happen with this. Now, yes, I have not watched Unbreakable.
You should. It's
I
really
should.
fucking good.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this this idea of the whole you take two movies that no one even thought would be connected, connect them together, and then make a movie with all those people in it.
Yeah.
That's it's Shyamalan showing how you make comic book movies better. Yo, DC, take some notes. Take some notes that he's doing in these movies. I think the reason why they're bringing back Casey is because Bruce Willis needs some kind of guide, to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's she's the only person to survive the Beast. Spoiler. But I think that's why they're probably bringing her back, or maybe she might have other significance to it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Sam Jackson. I mean, I know he is in the first. I know he's in Unbreakable, but man, all I remember is that he has weak ass bones in that movie or whatever. So I'm interested in seeing what the hell's going to happen with this movie. And,
Yeah.
And Shyamalan, you're doing good, man. You're doing good.
So far, he's doing good.
All you need to do is just chain with Jason Blum. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, he's got to keep doing these low budget movies.
Because remember, we're thinking, what the fuck's wrong with Shyamalan? What's going on? All he had to do was just team with Jason Blum, and now he's better.
He kept doing all these mainstream shit, and now he's doing this
Avatar,
low budget
Last
stuff, which
Airbender.
is great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and ever since then, now he's just like knocking that shit out of the park. Even
Yes,
if
he
he
is.
has some of the problems that he's always had in his movies, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like not as bad, and it's great.
Yeah. So, yeah, that is it with the news. We are exactly 35 minutes into the show, so let's talk about the trailers. Let's start off with Ingrid Goes West starring Audrey Plaza. This looks like an insane comedy. The trailer's only a minute and a half long. It looks insane. I don't know much about the movie. I just love that she's very mentally unstable, and believe me, I know someone exactly like that goes to school here with me. Matt knows who I'm talking about because I told him stories about this person. Don't want to say their name, Katie. But you know, oh god, I'm gonna get roasted, but I don't give a shit anymore. But yeah, fight me, fucking fight me, bitch. No, but this movie actually kind of looks funny. I do like Audrey Plaza as an actress. Like, her movie choices are not the best, but she's still really funny. She's good in Legion. She was good on Parks and Rec. So, you know, she is talented. So, yeah, the teaser we got looks pretty funny. And seeing O'Shea Jackson Jr. in the movie again, that's pretty fucking cool.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, I remember because, I think the only movie I saw her in was, I think, Mike and Dave.
No.
She was funny in that movie. No. Mike and Dave's not a horrible movie. Have you seen it yet?
Mike and Dave? I saw it in... Matt,
that's right. Never mind.
I saw it!
It's not that bad.
You were in the
of a
same
movie,
theater
but...
as me.
That's right. Shit. I forgot. I mean, that movie, though, come on, it's not that bad.
It's not bad, but it wasn't very good either.
No, it's
very forgettable.
It's like Couples Retreat, yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you're watching, you're like, oh, that's funny, and she's funny, everyone was funny in that movie, but I like this. So last week, talk about her, right? She's playing a fucking nun. And this week now, she's like a mentally unstable woman.
Yeah.
What the shit's going on? Is that how she ended up in the nunnery? Like, what? Like, I don't know. Like, this movie, I was like, I don't understand what's going on, but I'm interested. Like,
Yeah.
1 minute it's like at a fucking wedding, next minute she's doing other shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, all right. I mean, she's funny, and plus, you know, O'Shea Jackson's like, yo, is there anything you're not telling me about? You know, and he's like there, so I'm happy because I know he's supposed to be in another movie, right? As well.
Who?
O'Shea Jackson. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's in Godzilla.
Yeah.
So that's good that we're seeing more of him. Because I would say, like, I hope he comes back to acting after seeing him in Compton. Because he's good.
As long as he's not playing the stereotypical guy.
He's not playing his father.
Yeah, basically. Then that'll be good.
Yeah. I mean, even though he did a good job of playing his father.
Yeah, he did. He did indeed. Alright, next trailer. 47 Meters Down. This stars Claire Hoyt and Mandy Moore, who I fucking adore. Listen, Mandy Moore is fucking on fire right now. She played Rapunzel in Tangled. And now they have the Tangled TV show, which I have not watched. But she plays Rebecca on what I think is the best show on television right now, This Is Us. And she's awesome on it. The show's awesome. That's a show that, like, all parents watch. Matt, I'm shocked your parents don't watch it. If they do watch it, they're awesome.
They don't.
Damn it. James and Sydney, you guys...
Pulling them out, man.
You need to watch it. Every family got to watch it.
Like, all the fucking premium shit. Like, it's either my dad's watching his, like, reality show bullshit or Girls or something, and then, you know, or they're watching Shameless.
Shameless is fucking good, but dude, This Is Us is awesome. So what happens is they go to this island and they decide to do like they decide to go into a cage and swim with the sharks. And then their cage collapses and they're 47 meters down. Ooh,
shit.
And then shit hits the fan. It looks pretty thrilling. It looks like it could be a fun time.
It's
a
the
fun
sequel
little
to
horror
that,
movie. The Shallows.
Yeah, it's a sequel to The Shallows.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping it's fun. I'm hoping it's enjoyable. It looks cliche as hell. It looks kind of predictable. But then again,
Shallows was.
But Shallows actually ended up being not that bad of a movie. And I'm hoping this one isn't that bad. So, yeah, not much to say. It looks entertaining. I love Mandy Moore, so that's like a big plus for me. So, yeah, 47 meters down doesn't look that bad.
I like the idea of it, like, being trapped in a fucking cage in, the bottom of the ocean with sharks. I mean, I do hear that because I know some people saw it early at, like, I think, was it at Tribeca? I don't remember. I don't remember like if it was at like any film festivals. Cause I think it might have been already, or if people watched it online or something already, because illegal downloading. But apparently people were like, "Oh, it's more about like the psychological stuff." So I'm like, "That's pretty interesting." Being trapped down there with like low oxygen and stuff.
Yeah,
that's interesting. To be like a survival movie more than a shark movie. I mean. Fucking, like, who the fuck would go in the middle of the ocean and do this shit?
I don't know.
I don't know, they just like to, but, fire the guy, whoever, like, made the cable, or whoever checked the cable before sending those, two girls down, they should fire that guy. Fucking idiot. It's probably that fucking dude from, The Shallows, the guy at the end who ends up, like, the guy who drove her to, like, the place or whatever, that guy.
Yeah.
Fight that guy for all I know.
Imagine.
Yeah, fucking that guy. He's always getting people he's always putting people in bad situations with sharks. That guy. But yeah, this looks looks fine. I mean, Shallows was good, so I hope this is good.
Shallows was okay, but it was better than expected.
I like that director,
Matt, I was hungover when I watched that movie, so
Yeah, but but I like the director though because that director I've seen like.
He makes all those Liam Neeson movies.
Yeah, all the good Liam Neeson ones aside from Taken, because that was good. Taken one.
Yeah.
Taken one, best one.
Mm-hmm. Now let's talk about the last two trailers. Let's start off with Cars 3. This is like the first full trailer we've gotten in months. I'm going to be honest. As much as I don't really care for this franchise, this movie actually doesn't look that bad. This was actually a pretty good trailer. I'm going to say this right now. This film looks gorgeous. The animation looks great. Say what you want. The movie may be bad, but the animation looks good. I love the way Lightning McQueen's crash is animated. It looks really well done. And I do like the story. It does look pretty predictable, I'll be honest, but I'm excited to see the movie because it actually doesn't look that bad, and this could be a big step up from Cars 2 because Cars 2 still is the worst thing Pixar's done, and the only, in my opinion, bad movie they've made.
They should burn it, you're saying.
So, it's not the worst thing ever. It's bad because they focused on Tow Mater too much, and they tried to do like Cars meets James Bond, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think Cars 3 could actually be a good movie, and that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping no movies are bad. I always hope for the best for Pixar, and guess what, guys? If this movie's not good, we have Coco later this year, so, that's a good thing. So, yeah, Cars 3 doesn't look that bad. Matt, what do you think?
It's like they took the story of Cars 1 and flipped it. You know what I mean? Like, what's his face? Fucking, who was the guy, like, the veteran in the first one? It was fucking King or whatever the hell his name was.
Doc.
No, not Doc. No. I'm talking about the dude who ends up crashing at the end. Fucking, what's his face?
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
You know what I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking it up.
Cars 1.
Are you sure you're not talking about Doc?
No, it's not Doc. It's the one that the veteran. Remember, like that. It's the guy's last season or whatever in racing, and then and then he ends up crashing, and lightning ends up pushing him to the finish line or whatever at the end of the movie because the other asshole fucking knocked him off the road or whatever. He's like blue. Well, not dark blue. He's like light blue. He's got like the fucking the what the hell they call that at the back of the car? You know, the fucking hey.
Ugh, that's not helpful, Matt.
Like what the fuck do they call that?
Well, whatever it is, just give your thoughts on the trailer.
Basically, it looks like it's kind of that story, except it's focusing on him. Where Lightning's like the veteran, like he's the old guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now and then you got these young kids like fucking Army Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
And then now the whole story is Lightning trying to show freaking Army Hammer, yo, bro, you disrespect me, I'll kick your ass.
Yeah.
Looks good though, because it's kind of got the. I'm not gonna say this, but it's kind of got like Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I mean, I know I'm saying this because I didn't really fully watch that movie, but like it's kind of got the whole dude's like old, he's training to be good again.
Yeah.
And it looks good. I think it looks good.
I hope it's good.
I hope it's good because everyone's back and all that. And man, damn it though, the one thing you just show us, where's Doc's body?
Yeah.
We didn't know where Doc's body is.
Agreed.
Put him in the scrapyard. No. No. Flo turned him into like some fucking pimped up like yeah, he turned him into like a pimped up lowrider or some shit. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. It looks good though.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's good. And the last trailer, very excited to talk about the first trailer for Kingsman: The Golden Circle. I was a huge fan of the first one. I thought it was a ton of fun. I love the homage to the classic spy action movies, especially James Bond. Obviously, they mentioned James Bond at one point during the movie, or a few points actually. Matthew Vaughn's come back to direct. You got Taron Egerton, Mark Strong come back. Then you got awesome new cast: Julianne Moore, Channing Tatum, Jeff Bridges, Halle Berry, Ellen John. And then, of course, you got good old Colin Firth coming back as Harry. Oh my God, Harry!
Harry.
We don't know much about the story here. We just know that something happens. The headquarters are blown up, and then Eggsy and Mark Strong's
basically
character.
MI4 happens.
Hey, Matt. Yeah. What's Mark Strong's character's name?
Merlin.
They have to team up and fix everything.
Was it the team up with the fucking statesmen who looked like cowboys?
Yeah.
I didn't think they were gonna do that, but that was cool.
That is cool, and the action looks insane. It looks more enthralling. I almost said Edgar Wright because Matthew Vaughn's action at times feels like Edgar Wright, but
they should do a movie together.
They should. But Matthew Vaughn's always good. He has yet to make a bad movie, in my opinion. Layer Cake was good. Kick-Ass is good. First Class is good. The First Kingsman's good. Matthew Vaughn made a stupid decision by not doing Kick-Ass 2, so yeah.
I think he's trying to make up for it with this movie.
Oh yeah, he definitely is.
Plus, got the same writers back.
Yeah, Jane Goldman and Matthew Vaughn. That's awesome. But I'm stoked. I cannot wait for this. Great teaser, or great first trailer, I guess. Didn't really show much of the plot, but yeah, it's just they have to team up with the statesmen. So yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait for more footage. Cannot wait to see Colin Firth come back. I'm so curious to know how he's still alive. I don't want to make any theories right now, but I'm really curious to know how he's still alive. So yeah, Kingsman: The Golden Circle, first trailer, solid as fuck.
That'd be funny when they're talking about Colin Firth. I just make like a convoluted ass thing and make fun of it.
Yes. Now, Matt, go ahead and jizz over this because I know you have a huge heart on for Kingsman.
Mm-hmm. I do. And honestly, I did watch the Red Band version, which came out like a day later. There's only like one difference, like in the Red Band, Brian.
Yeah.
And it's only at the end, instead of saying, "Oh, Harry, is that you?" Oh, or whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking, they're both like, oh, fuck me. That was great, and I love how he's like shaving too when he's like, shit. It's like, it reminds me of like the scene when he was in that coma from the first movie where he had a big ass beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I know there's like some people are saying that, oh, since you didn't really see Harry, die, and that and also that they're saying like, how Sam Jackson hated violence, that he accidentally shot him in the eye or something and he survived. Do you know what I mean? Because of that, I don't know. Like, people have gotten shot in the eye before and survived. That's the thing. So I don't know. All I know is that movie looks good. I love that. I love the whole statesman idea with how like they're cowboys and shit. I thought they were gonna go like spy route, like maybe like more Jason Bourne-ish, but no, they went straight for Old West, and I was like, yes. You got fucking, you got Magic Mike here, who's like apparently a secret spy, or he's a super spy, a super spy. Jeff Bridges looks weird without his fucking beard. I have to get used to that.
Yeah.
And then you got Halle Berry also. I mean, Julianne Moore's probably going to be the villain.
Yeah.
Calling it now. And Harry's going to have something to do with it. All I know is that Harry's probably going to have a big role in the movie. And, the movie looks good. Hopefully Lancelot doesn't die. Probably is, just because, how they do the whole good old, like, it shows Lancelot and looks like they're going to say hi to each other. And the next thing you know, headquarters is blown up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if you want to have to get her, like, I don't know, booze or some shit, and then comes back. Oh, shit. But it looks good.
Yep.
Like, I can't wait. I can't wait for this movie.
All right, let's get away from the trailers. We're 52 minutes into this, so we got speaking so long. We got one Blu-ray to talk about, and that is we're going to the City of Stars. So La La Land came out on Blu-ray. I bought it. I rewatched it. Still fucking fantastic. I saw this movie 4 times in the theater, which is absolutely insane. I don't usually go see movies that many times in the theater, but this one was really special, and it wasn't even my favorite movie of last year. That's saying something. I'm happy that it got all the awards it deserved. I'm happy it didn't win Best Picture because it really wasn't the best picture, in my opinion, personally. Matt's cousin's like, it can't win.
It's fucking addicted to that shit.
Yeah, fuck off. No, but it's a great movie. I wish we did a review for it on the podcast, but it's a big, gigantic buy. It's hard not to like this movie. And if you don't like this movie, that's fine. I just really want to know why, because you will have no heart if you don't like La La Land. So yeah, La La Land's a big, gigantic buy from me. Matt, this was your favorite movie of last year, right?
It was, yeah. Coming from a guy who's never, like... I've always hated musicals, alright? Never been a fan of them. Thought they dragged on. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. I fucking love this movie. All right, and that just tells you something. Like, I not even love. I adore this movie. It's because there's so many things I like about it. Cast is great. Music's great. It doesn't drag. It doesn't overly. It doesn't fucking put the music in your face. There's actually like a plot. You know what I mean? To the story. And it's a simple plot, but it's a good plot. You have great music as well too when it comes up, and definitely, in my opinion, I still think it deserved to win, Best Original Score and Best Original Song.
Yeah.
Even though I still think that the Audition is better, but that's just me.
Interesting.
I think Audition's better than because it's more. Well, Sea of Stars is emotional. Don't get me wrong, but Audition's a lot more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like harder hitting. And longer, so
well,
I don't know.
For City of Stars, they included the version where it was just Gosling singing, then the version where he and Stone were singing. So makes sense.
It does, but yeah, though, like I think that that song is better in my opinion, but opinions. But La La Land though it's a buy. Like everything about it is great, and I know people say not as good as Whiplash.
It's not. So
it's hard. It's hard though.
It's
'cause I
not as
love
good as Whiplash, man.
No, it's not. I can't watch it as much as Whiplash probably because
Yeah.
it's a longer movie and it's a lot more like you have to pay attention because there's like it's a drama, really. It's more a romantic drama, I guess you can call it, or dramedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely like this is definitely like right behind Whiplash though.
Yeah.
Even though there's no other movies he's done, but still, like it's just right there. And hopefully, coming with the Apollo movie that he's doing.
The Neil Armstrong movie.
Yeah, the Neil Armstrong. Well, the Apollo, Neil Armstrong, whatever you want to call it, movie. I can't wait for that movie. So, yeah, this one's definitely a buy.
Yeah. So that is it with the trailers, movie releases, and news. So now let's get to the movie reviews. So since Matt didn't see The Circle, I'm going to review The Circle. Now, this was a movie I was really excited to see because on the show...
James Ponsol.
Yes, directed by James Ponsol, the man who made Smash, Spectacular Now, and End of the Tour. 3 fantastic indie movies. I always find it interesting whenever an independent director goes and decides to do something mainstream. So I was really looking forward to this. The movie looks good. The cast is great. The concept was really cool. It was like a social network of sorts, like Social Network meets Nerve of sorts. So it was actually pretty cool. So I was looking forward to it, and yeah, I was really interested in this. So Matt, if you want to fly questions at me, be my guest.
Well, let's just say I know the score of this movie, so
You do.
I'm just curious. Yeah. But I didn't watch your. I mean, I don't think you did a review. Right?
I didn't do a review.
Okay,
yet.
yeah. I was just say like I know the score of this movie and the general consensus of what people thought.
Yeah.
So what did you think of El Circle? Is it another Paranoia? Hopefully not.
The Circle to me was so friggin' terrible.
Oh,
I hate this movie. Made me sad, dude.
That's why I don't understand now. Like
it made me cry. It made me cry. Like
how can Hollywood like? That's what I'm saying. Like, how hard is it to make one of these movies?
Like here's the thing. This movie's all over the place. It is such a fucking mess. I don't even know where to begin. So
Poor Bill Paxton.
I know.
Rip Bill Paxton.
When we get to the acting, I'll just there's things I have to say about the acting.
But
So let's get nerdy, school you guys, and talk about The Circle. So let's start with the direction. James Ponsol. I can't tell if it was his direction or the script, but the direction was very flat. It was so jumbled and all over the place. I didn't feel like there was one cohesive genre there because it was all over the place. At one point it was a romance, then a comedy, then a drama, then an action, then a thriller, then a sci-fi. It was weird. It was just the balance was so off and just it didn't work. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I don't know why I'm going on Kylo Ren right now.
I mean, do you think it had to be? Do you think the problem is because he co-wrote it with Dave Eggers?
I'll get to the writing in just a bit. The direction, it was pretty weak, and that's sad because Ponsol, I thought maybe he would have made the material a shit ton better, but he didn't. Maybe it was good. I don't know. So the writing, yeah, he co-wrote it with Dave Eggers, and if you guys don't know, this is based on a book that Eggers wrote. So he co-wrote it with Eggers. The dialogue is weird because it's not bad dialogue. It's just the story is just so blah, and the fact the lead character, who's played by Emma Watson, she misses all this stuff. Like, everyone's like, oh no, you can't trust the Circle. They're all this privacy and stuff. And she's like,
but I like them.
She's like, but I like them. It's all good. I'm Hermione.
It's like she's fucking. It's like everyone was Edward Snowden and she's like one of the people at the NSA.
And then, dude, like, it was just the story was all over the place, and then there was only one moment in the movie that made me go, "Oh fuck, that's insane." And I'm not gonna spoil it. It's towards the end, and then it's just
probably
like,
with Tom Hanks or some shit.
No, it's not. It's with someone else. But I will say this: I like the concept of this. I think this concept is great, but it wasn't executed well enough to the point where I cared about anything. And speaking of caring, let's get to the characters. They're all flat. They're all one note. They're wooden as shit. Most of them aren't even developed. Most of them are just put to the side. And speaking of put to the side, let's talk about the acting. Now, Emma Watson is, she's a fine actress outside of, like, Harry Potter and everything. She's only proven to me that she's only great as two people. Hermione Granger and Sam from Perks of Being a Wallflower. Mm-hmm. She was good in The Blame Rain. She was fine as Belle. She did fine as Belle. I don't think she was incredible as that character, but she did good. She is so one note in this movie that it makes me sad. And also, she needs to work on her accent, because I could tell that her accent kept going on and off. I heard some American, then I heard some British, then I heard some American, then British. Emma, you need a better acting coach. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is.
Hire Harry. Hire Harry. He'll help you.
Daniel Radcliffe could do a pretty good American accent, so
Yeah,
he's
like
good.
after seeing Swiss Army Man.
Swiss Army Man. What if? He's good with his accent, so he does good. Tom Hanks,
just Adam Driver just shows up and says, "Nachos!"
I fucking love What If. That's a good movie. Matt, it's on Amazon Prime. It's a good fucking movie. Like, really fucking incredible.
I just remember when the trailer came out for that movie, and I just remember the scene with Adam Driver just saying nachos.
Well, yeah, that was the first thing. He's like, I just had sex and I'm about to eat nachos. It's the greatest moment of my life.
You wish he was in this movie just saying that. It would have made it better, probably.
That would be wonderful. There's a video online that just says Harry Potter and Kylo Ren having breakfast. It's great. And so what they do is some guy audio-enhanced Adam Driver's voice to make him sound like Kylo Ren, so it's actually really funny. Tom Hanks, he's like one of the best actors ever. Great charisma, the king of charisma. He's barely in this movie. He's in it for the first half, and then he doesn't come back until like an hour into the movie, which is sad because he has second billing, he's on the poster, and it's Tom Hanks. So, I like that it's cool that Tom Hanks has a small role, but it felt so wasted, and his character was just kind of flat too. His performance was not bad. It was it's bad for Tom Hanks, but it's better than the movie. John Boyega barely in the movie either. His character is very crucial to the story, but he's not in the movie enough to make me care about him.
But Brian, remember, Tom Hanks has got a turtleneck.
I know. And that beard, though?
Yeah, that beard. He looks like fucking Steve Jobs.
Yes.
Next Steve Jobs movie, make Tom Hanks play old Steve Jobs. Yeah.
And then there are 3 more performances I'll talk about. Karen Gillan, who plays Emma Watson's friend. I'm not really a big Karen Gillan fan. I don't really like her in, honestly,
You'll be seeing her next week.
Yeah, I don't like her on her TV stuff. I didn't like her in Guardians of the Galaxy. She was okay here. Eller Coltrane, he plays a good friend of Emma Watson, and he is so bad. He is so bad in this movie.
No, Mason!
He's so bad. I know.
No!
And I was just watching Boyhood yesterday, man. And
Mason, no!
Oh my god. And I'll be honest, I don't think he was ever that good of an actor. He worked in Boyhood, but like in this, he was pretty bad. His answer,
well,
he was like,
maybe...
listen to how he talks. This is him talking. May, do you see what you're doing? Do you even see what's happening here?
I think Mason might be, or fucking Eller Coltrane might be a better real life actor, not a. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if somebody's watching him, I think he'd be good at that.
He was pretty bad. And to talk about Bill Paxton, he was good in the movie. He was very good. He plays Emma Watson's father.
He's got like MS.
Yeah,
right?
he has MS, and he was good. He did good. It is sad
Poor
that
Bill
it was his
Paxton!
last role, but at least he was good in it. this editing is so choppy. It's so sloppy. It's poorly edited. The movie felt long. What were you saying?
I would say at least we can remember him in Two Guns. So.
True.
He was good in that movie, though.
Well, yeah, he's like Matt. He was Bill Pat. He was good in everything. Rest in peace. He was good in everything. No, the editing was really bad. The cinematography was weird. It was just an odd movie. It was really bad. It's one of the most disappointing movies I've seen this year. Overall, I really did not like The Circle. And it's sad because I liked the cast. I liked the director. I liked the story. But my God, this movie really let me down. D for The Circle. Really bad. Some serviceable moments. There was one intense moment, but in the end, The Circle was a piece of crap.
Is it worse than Paranoia?
No.
Nothing will beat that run. Nothing will beat that run.
You stood on my shoulders, and now I'm standing on your neck.
Best line in that movie.
It's Harrison Ford as a bald man. It's awesome.
Yeah, and then you got like Liam fucking Hemsworth running like an idiot.
He runs like a girl.
Like a girl, yeah, like.
He runs like a girl. Okay, so now let's talk about Free Fire. I saw this morning. I didn't get a chance to see it last week because I was on set, so I didn't have time to go see it. I was really looking forward to this movie because, number one, it's A24, and they're the best film production company we have today. Two, the cast. I mean, you got Charlotte Copley, Brie Larson, Armie Hammer, Jack Rymore, and Cillian Murphy as the 5 leads. The movie looked like a lot of fun. When me and Matt saw Swiss Army Man last summer, we saw the trailer for that before this, and this trailer didn't come out till like October or November.
Didn't your buddy say, "Oh, hey, it's this Free Fire movie" before we saw the trailer because they were showing it? Remember? I could have sworn somebody said that when we were going in.
Oh, yeah. He's like, "Oh, the trailer for the new Brie Larson movie's coming out," and I'm like, "Oh," and I didn't know what it was, but when I saw
that was like
Brie,
a year ago too.
Yeah, so like this was right after she won the Oscar for Room, and yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. I was pretty excited for the movie. Matt, what were your expectations for Free Fire?
I thought it was gonna be a like I could tell when I saw the trailer, I was like, it was gonna be a fun movie, right? This is not gonna be like Oscar or anything. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like it's not gonna be on the level of A24 movies. You know how they're always.
I was hoping great. It would be.
Yeah, they're always, but they're always like amazing Oscar movies. A good amount of them. I was even Swiss Army Man could be an Oscar movie if you look at it, just because of how just how crazy it is.
Yeah.
Like look, fucking Captain Fantastic.
That's not A24, but that's
I know, no, but
awesome
still
movie.
Though. But you get what I'm trying to say. Like weird movies like that got nominated before.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be out of the question to put Swiss Army Man there, but yeah, like this one though looked good though. Mm-hmm. It looked good.
Yeah.
And the cast looked great. The cast not even was great. They had a large cast in this movie, and I could like name them all. I don't think by memory.
So, after seeing it, what did you think, Matt?
It's hard because like part of me says it's just okay, but then again, there's some good things about it too. So it's like good. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's like weird.
I'm the same way. It was all right. It had its moments for sure. It was fun when it was fun. It did. Here's the thing. It would have worked a lot better if it was a short film.
Yeah, I think dragged.
It after a while it started to drag, and that's the biggest problem with it. But in the end, it was still a fun movie. So let's get nerdy, school you guys, and talk about Free Fire. So let's start with the directed. Now it's directed by Ben Wheatley.
Yeah, Ben Wheatley.
Have never seen a film from this guy, but it was.
I know he directed a movie last year with Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, High Rise.
And I think it was like inside. It was kind of like Belko, kind of. Like it was in one building.
I think
the entire movie. Yeah.
I don't know. I never saw it.
I've heard of High Rise though, but I didn't see it. I know it got like okay reviews. It wasn't like great, but it wasn't horrible. So
no, but his direction was pretty good. Like the movie, It was well directed. Like the shootout, I thought was well done. I said this to myself, and I don't know how you feel about this. Everything before the shootout, I thought was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like the dialogue, the back and forth, the introduction of the characters. Like I thought that all that was great. The tease to it, I thought that was well done. And I still think that when the movie dragged, it was a well directed movie. So I thought we did a good job directing it.
Yeah, it was like the action, all that was well directed as well. I mean, I don't think we're gonna talk about effects, right? Because the effects were actually...
You could bring that up right now if you want.
Yeah, like the effects were really good.
They were.
The gore effects, because there is gore in this movie. And it's actually pretty good. Especially there's one scene with Charlotte Copley. Pretty, kind of horrifying scene. With him, and with, like, let's just say his hands, and it's like, oh god. But, yeah, like, it's a really good directed movie. I felt like, yeah, like you said, like maybe if they had more of that build up, and then maybe made the shootout like a half an hour, I think it would have worked better.
Yeah.
Because after, yeah, like I said, like after like a while, like, yeah, can this like end? Because like, it's just that all of them just sitting there like laying down, shooting at each other, and then every once in a while someone would get hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like or something will be like fuck you or something or. But I don't know, like it was like the direction, like I said, like before all great, and then it did drag though during the shootout.
Mm-hmm. You don't go into this movie for the dialogue. The dialogue is cheesy. It's stupid.
It's funny.
Goofy.
It's good dialogue though. For
the movie was really funny. The dialogue was really great, especially from Charlotte Copley and Armie Hammer's characters.
It's like dry humor.
Yeah, dry humor. I've always loved dry humor, and it works very well here. So yeah, the writing was fine. I do wish that, like some of the characters weren't in the movie that much. Like they were there before the shootout, but then after the shootout, they were just gone. Like Brie Larson's character, she disappeared. Cillian Murphy disappeared, and it was kind of sad. But yeah, that does focus on the writing. But in the end, the writing, there's not much to say though, because it's not like Moonlight, which is an A24 movie, or Swiss Army Man, or give me another A24 movie that's like critically
Room. A Most Violent Year. That's personally
Most Violent Year. Like it's not like that when it comes to its dialogue. So yeah, Free Fire's
movie though, Brian. It's good.
All right, calm your tits. Free Fire, the script not terrible.
No, it's a good '70s script.
Yeah,
it was a good '70s script trying to be an '80s script.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what it was basically.
Mm-hmm.
Which there's some problems there with that, but still, it was for the most part a good script. Pretty funny, had some good lines. Especially Armie Hammer's lines were great.
Yeah.
Like he was easily, I think in my opinion, he was actually the funniest person in the movie. Was him?
Really?
I'm shocked to say that. Yeah. He has some pretty good lines though.
No, he does.
Yeah, I don't know if it's either the lines or the way he delivered it.
I think it's the way he delivers.
Yeah. The way he's like, I think he might have been one of my favorite characters too in the movie, but he's like had like such a straight face when he said it.
Armie Hammer's good at doing the straight face shit, isn't
Yeah, like he would be like, all right.
Yeah.
In the most like sarcastic way, and it was great. Fucking love it.
Yeah, and his character was Ord, so
Ord, yeah. Which I mean, I'm happy they stuck around till the end. So I'm like, yeah, man, Ord's pretty good. Which I think I can say this movie might have convinced me that Armie Hammer is actually like a really good actor.
There are a lot of things.
Well, what I mean, not just the Social Network, though. But
true.
Yeah.
Editing wise, the movie's an hour and a half. That is the right time for a movie like this. But like I said earlier, this would have worked if it was a short film. But I understand why they put it out as a feature length. You couldn't have made it any longer, which is a smart thing. 90 minutes is the perfect time for a movie like this. Before the shootout happens, the movie goes really fast. And then, like, about 10 minutes into the shootout, it still goes fast, but then afterwards, it starts to drag very badly, which is not very good.
They try to inject, like, these ideas into it.
Yeah.
Actually, that was cool when they did that, but then they just stopped doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was like, if they kept doing that throughout it, I think it would have made up for it, like the pace of, like, because there's one part where they're in the shootout, right? And these two random guys just show up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And they start just shooting at them. So it's like, yo, why don't you just introduce more stuff like that? Wacky, zany shit going on. But, yeah, and then there's also that one guy who, let's just say he something happened to him and then he got up later on. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the best parts of the movie, but yeah, like if they would have just introduced more of that wacky zany shit, I think it would have been like it wouldn't drag as much. And yeah, like other than that though, the length was like I said, they could have. I think length's fine. Just again, if they would have focused more on build up or added more wacky shit, I think it would have not dragged. So.
Yeah, and the acting. Let's get into the acting. So Charlotte Copley, we talked about him a few times on the show. Charlotte Copley is like a standout of every movie he's in, and he's a wild person, and he's so energetic and vibrant. He's a great South African man. He's fucking fantastic in the movie. He was probably my favorite performance in the movie, and he was probably the best thing about it. His lines are great. He has such a great sense of humor.
Plus his accent.
Yes, Matt, we get it. You have a hard on for his accent. I get it. Listen, when I saw Hardcore Henry with you, you said the exact same fucking thing.
Love his accent.
I understand. No, he's great. He's great in the movie. Armie Hammer, terrific. Very funny. I could understand why Matt picked him as the best. I thought he was really, really, really energetic in the movie. I loved him a lot. And Armie Hammer is actually really good because there's this movie that came out at Sundance. I believe it's Call Me By Your Name. And I hear it could potentially get Armie in the Oscar nomination. So that's really cool. And, he's shown his acting chops and other things. Like, Social Network. Here he was good in Man from U.N.C.L.E. He was really good in Birth of a Nation. He was really good in that movie. So, yeah, he's pretty good. Brie Larson, Mad knows I fucking love Brie all the way. She was good in the movie, but fuck. She was so wasted in my opinion. Like, after the shootout began, she just disappeared after a while, and then she came back, then disappeared, then came back. It was weird.
And we can assume that maybe she made it out or whatever.
Yeah, but, like, her role was so small. Like, I wish she had more time to shine. And Brie Larson's fantastic. She's one of the best actresses working today, so I was hoping she would have more time to shine. Jack Rymore, who I first knew from the Age of Extinct shit, Transformers to be exact, and then he was the brother in Saint Street, which he was great in. He was good too. He was funny. He had some good lines.
Wasn't he the boyfriend?
Accent. What happened?
The boyfriend in that movie?
What, Transformers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I completely forgot it.
Do you remember him in Saint Street?
Yeah, I remember Saint Street, but I completely forgot about him in Transformers.
Yeah, well, a lot of people want to forget about Transformers. So
he was good though in that movie. He wasn't bad.
Okay. He was okay. No, but he was good in Free Fire, and Cillian Murphy. Cillian Murphy's one that I always like to watch on screen, and he was pretty good too. So yeah, the acting was good, but some of the actors didn't have enough time to shine like others. So Matt, give your thoughts on the acting.
I find it funny that Cillian Murphy plays an Irishman and Jack Rymore is playing a freaking Scottish man.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't it be the opposite way? I mean, I know there's a bunch of other people too in the movie that we didn't mention, but
yeah, but these are like the 5 leads.
Yeah, these are like the 5 leads, and so here's what I'll say. So Charlotte Copley's great. I don't know, he's like my second favorite in the movie because he's all wacky, zany. I love his accent because he's South African, and man, you need to do more movies. I love you when you're funny, and I love you when you're serious. And especially when you played Kruger in Elysium.
Oh yeah, great performance.
I still think that. I mean, I haven't seen District 9.
Good movie.
But I would debate to say that might be his best one was Kruger. I don't know.
Well, also
he's Murdoch.
He wasn't bad as Chappie, but Chappie fucking sucks.
But Chappie, yeah, because it came off as trying to be, oh, look at this movie, we're talking about intelligence. And it ended up being just about fucking gangsters training a fucking robot how to gangbang.
Fucking South African rappers, shit people.
South African rappers trying to teach a robot how to gangbang. That just actually sounds interesting when you say that. And Dev Patel just showing up from time to time. Because wasn't it like in that movie you wanted Hugh Jackman to win? Or something like that?
I wanted everybody to fucking die.
Except for Hugh Jackman?
No, I wanted Hugh Jackman
Really?
to die too.
What?
His accent in that movie was so bad, Matt.
That sounds like a fun movie if we got drunk and watched it.
Oh, Jesus.
We should do that one time.
Matt, you don't even drink.
No, when we're older though, we should fucking
Fine.
Not drink, but just
I
one night.
understand. Now speak.
But yeah, I like how he's wearing this weird ass outfit.
They
That's
were all
completely
wearing
out of
weird ass
place.
outfits.
No, but he was wearing fucking
Yes.
expensive ass outfit in a shootout. And he was always complying oh, my suit, or oh, this. You know what I mean? That was funny. Some of the stuff that he did. Yeah, it was. He was funny. He's always funny, and it's just I thought Armie Hammer was better just because I didn't expect much from him. And he was because I've seen him in all serious movies.
Yeah.
So I'm he's probably gonna be somewhat funny. No, he was pretty funny.
Yeah.
He had some freaking some of the best lines in the movie. And and he's one of the last guys in the movie, and it's great. Mm-hmm. And let's see what else. Brie Larson. She fell out of place. I don't know if it was just me. I feel like I feel like that Brie Larson, if she wasn't there, honestly, I think the only reason maybe she was in the movie is because she's an Oscar winner.
Actually, they shot this movie before Room even came out.
Oh. Because I feel like her character, if she wasn't there in the movie, I don't think it would have affected it much at all.
No, it wouldn't have.
No, it would still. I think it would have been I wouldn't say better because that's not really because it wouldn't have changed anything really. But it just felt like she was just there. You know? She was there to watch a fucking deal go down for some reason, and they never even say why she's even really there, other than she's in it for herself or whatever.
Yeah.
They're not really specific with herself, so I don't know. She it just felt like she didn't need to be there. Let's see, Jack Raynor. I like Jack Raynor in this movie because he's fucking the one who basically starts all this shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking him and this guy. I forgot the actor's name in the movie, and they're constantly going at it with each other because let's say the actor did something to his sister, and it just starts this whole thing, and it's great because he's like a jerk, and there's a couple times he shot Armie Hammer. It was pretty funny, and he shot Brie Larson. It was great. I love Jack Raynor because he was just a jerk.
Yeah.
And Cillian Murphy was good because he was the kind of the guy you're rooting for in this.
Mm-hmm.
He's a mobster, but he's not a bad guy.
No, he's not.
Oh. He's kind of he's a good guy. Don't kill him. But one flaw, it's kind of more with the script, I would say. But just realistically, think about this. This movie, they were shooting for about an hour, right?
Yeah.
Do you think the police would show up earlier? I get all it's an abandoned warehouse and shit, but still, wouldn't you think the police would show up a half an hour earlier?
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, definitely. But I don't need to say this, but there's definitely Reservoir Dogs type stuff going on here in this movie, with a very close space and all these characters arguing and stuff, and it getting bloody and shit. But overall, though, the acting was really good, though.
Mm-hmm. So in the end, Free Fire was a fun movie, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. It was enjoyable. It just dragged, and if it was a short film, it would have been better. But because of the actors involved and the pretty good direction, Free Fire was an enjoyable movie, but it just wasn't as good as it could have been.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't think I could rewatch this movie.
Neither could I.
No, like it's like once you watch it, it's like all right, whatever. It's not bad, but I just can't see myself watching it again. And I would say also that. All right.
Matt is currently speaking with someone. I don't know who it is, but it could be, Jesus Christ or Michael Jackson or, Daniel Day-Lewis. I don't fucking know. I'm just going to wait for Matt, so... Yeah, Free Fire. Yeah. Not one of A24's best, but hey... A24 has their missteps. Every film studio has their missteps. This must be a serious conversation because Matt doesn't look happy right now. So just hopefully it all gets better soon. Bless me.
Sorry, I was just talking to Kirk because he was over.
Oh,
yeah, I forgot to mention he was over.
The cousin.
Because it was his birthday this weekend.
Yes.
So yeah, like he just wanted to come finalize plans about Guardians. So.
But he couldn't wait for you to go downstairs?
Well, no, because remember, I was barely downstairs. I only came down like for maybe a minute and then came back up here immediately.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But he couldn't wait after you finished
recording?
I
think he might be leaving right now. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, that's understandable.
Yeah.
So, yes.
But, yeah, what was I saying again about the movie? Oh, yeah, it's just, like, compared to other A24 movies, they're leagues better than this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's not bad, though. It's definitely not their worst movie, I would say.
Yeah, totally. So, Matt, what would you give this movie?
I give it a B-.
Yeah, I'm B- as well with Free Fire. So, yeah, guys, that is it with our reviews. So, now let's get into the box office results. Now, The Circle wasn't, I believe, the only wide release this week. There was also How to Be a Latin Lover.
Latin Lover, which I told you about, yeah.
Yes, and then Slate, the Jacob Lattmore movie. So,
Slight, yeah.
Yeah, so Matt, what are the box office results for this weekend?
Well, I have to remember that last week. Like
number 1 was Fast and Furious last week.
Number 2 was Boss Baby, yeah.
Yep, so Matt, go ahead.
I'm just like looking over last week just to get myself together.
Did The Circle make the top 5? We'll have to
I have
see.
no idea. I don't even know how many people saw Latin Lover. Probably not a lot. Like, I don't think so. See, so at number 5, I would say at number 5 is The Circle. Actually, number 4, I would say at number 4, you know what, Slight. I feel like Slight's going to sneak in there. I'll say number 4 is Slight.
Mm-hmm.
And then I probably think it'd be the same top 3 from last week. I think it's going to be Beauty and the Beast at 3, Boss Baby at 2, and then Fate of the Furious at 1. So.
Okay, so you got 1 out of 5 right. Number 5, The Boss Baby with $9 million.
Wow, that dropped off. Jesus.
Yes. The budget is not listed. The domestic total is 148 and worldwide 396. Number 2, The Circle with 9.3 million.
It's not going to make
the budget is 18 million, domestically 9 million, and there's no worldwide totals, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is a Bollywood movie and I'm not going to pronounce the name of this because I don't want to sound racist, but I'm going to say it. Bahulaba to the conclusion. $10.1 million. Listen, Bollywood movies are a big deal. The movie theater that I work at has Bollywood movies, so, it's kind of a big deal.
Bollywood's huge.
It's weird. Budget is unknown, domestic or worldwide, total $10 million. Number 2, How to Be a Latin Lover with $12 million. The budget is unknown, domestically $12 million, and
I'm surprised that actually made a lot of money. Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think because I remember until maybe a couple weeks ago I barely heard of this movie. Yeah.
And number 1 for the third and last week in a row, The Fate of the Furious with $19.3 million.
Everyone knows what next week's going to be number 1.
Yes. So the budget is $250 million, domestically $192, which is really low for a Fast and Furious movie, and worldwide $1.1 billion. It's already reached $1 billion, so good for them. So yeah, guys, that is the end of this episode of the Nerdy Scores of Film podcast. Thank you so much for watching. On episode 70 next week, we are going to be reviewing the highly long-awaited Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And that is going to be it. So
yes,
we're excited, and it's going to be the last time that me and Matt are going to have to do this, for webcams and stuff, because after
for
that,
like a little while,
we'll be in person, and it'll be very, very cool.
Until the end of August.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Nerdy Scores of Film podcast, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Nerdy Scores, a film podcast.